Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. It's your boy, and it's 3 o'clock p.m. Yeah, right? Whoa. I was sitting here, I set my videos to upload, I went through my emails, I did all that, I looked, and I don't have anything that's dire to be done for school right now. I have things that I need to do, but I can put them off until tomorrow, and I was like, I want to do something, but I don't really just want to sit here. Like, I want to do something productive. So here we are. I was thinking about it too when I was doing the big recording for the backlog, and I feel like it's gonna be pretty cool if I start knocking out recordings ahead of time. So yeah, here we are, 3 p.m. I'm probably going to look to do like multiple today. Maybe I'll do 2 or 3, but we'll see what the day holds. My hard drive only has room for 8.5 more hours of Monster Train, so I'm just gonna leave a little note to myself here to delete files. I can delete like, the last 9 days of content and be good. So yeah, it's the start of a new cycle. We begin anew, as we always do. Uh, I don't know, I didn't check the audio from yesterday's video. I could do it now, but I've already recorded 1 minute and 25 seconds of the video, so there's no going back. I cannot stop at this point. I guess I could actually, it's very quick. OBS Studio, it has a pause function built in. So I'm going to use that while I'm thinking of it. I'm going to pause this recording and check to make sure my audio is okay. Please hold. All right, I've peeped the audio footage. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the music up a little bit. It's actually at a pretty good volume. I thought the game was a little quiet, but everything seems pretty well balanced. I just kind of set everything back to how it was before I left, and it seems fine. I think it sounds different because I was listening to things very loudly. I don't have a good question for you. I haven't done much today. I could regale you with a little bit of the tales of my vacation. The highlight of my vacation was I saw a crow. And I know what you're thinking, oh, but what about all these other things that you did? And it's like, yeah, sure. On the other hand, I saw a crow, and someone in the Discord informed me that crows hold grudges, so I spent a lot of time, by a lot of time I mean like maybe 10 minutes during my vacation, trying to start a war with the crows. I want want them to hold a grudge and pass it down from generation to generation. Yeah. I didn't do very well because all I did was I walked outside and I said, "Hey crow, you're a bitch," and he cawed. Maybe that's a good sign. I don't think he understood me though because he's a crow. Anyway, yeah. Anything else? I do not have. I don't think I have a good question for you though. So, I guess we just go. I'll gotta get back into the swing of things. I'll think of one for the next episode. Don't worry. Let's get to it, shall we? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and here we are. We're Hellhorned, Stygian, Pushback Talos, Spell Shield Fell, Chase Seraph, Ritual, Battle, Ice Tornado, Pyre Chomper. So, good start. Hellhorned Stygian is not. Hellhorned is not great as a main, but Stygian's excellent. Ritual of Battle in your starter feels very good. I think that this is one of the best cards to start with from Hellhorned. It's like Ritual of Battle, Welder Helper, Fledgling Imp probably are my top 3. It's a really good card because it's going to open up a lot of lines. This can be our damage plan, basically. Ice Tornado is good. It makes the early combats a lot easier, and Pyre Chomper, he's fine. If they show me Brawler Prince, I will take him here because I think he's the best option. Mark of an Exile would open up Wrathful Prince a little bit. But here's the thing, right? This is an opportunity cost sort of deal, where Mark of an Exile is good because it makes Wrathful Prince have 60 HP to start, which is strong. But we're losing Vapor Funnel to make a mediocre path slightly more viable. I'd rather just take Vapor Funnel. The end. Vapor Funnel is so good. And we didn't even see the Wrathful pick. Let's go Brawler. Because with the other 2 paths, that Relic is not going to do much. I'll take the money here. We have a Stygian banner lined up. If it were a Hellhorn banner, I would skip. But backliners don't threaten because we have Vapor Funnel, so the +4 isn't that big of a deal. I don't think anyway. We also have Ice Tornado, which should make this pretty free. What I'm saying is it feels like we're very strong here. So I will play accordingly. That's a shame about the collector, isn't it? It just Ember drained out of it. It's okay. We'll just play 2 Train Stewards. I feel like I gotta get back into the swing of things. I think the next few episodes are gonna be a little weird because I need to readjust a little bit. My best option here is Ice Tornadoing this Forged Disciple. I'm not gonna have anything in front of Prince. I don't think it matters though. I think it's fine to just kill this and then. No, I'll play Ritual. There's exactly one juggle where Ritual is the worst option, and it's if Ice Tornado hits the Forged Disciple twice and the Trusted Priest once, then I take damage on my Prince. I take 9 on him here. But no matter what I do, this Train Steward is going to end up damaged. So it's better to play it out like this. Because now, as long as I don't see the worst case, yeah. Prince, we have a Train Steward here, but he's dead. Prince is gonna do good damage. He doesn't take any damage. We throw, yeah, no problems. A little bit of interesting nuance to start out our run. I don't mind it. Brawler Prince with Rage Scaling. This can be our main strategy, I'm pretty sure. I haven't done it, but I feel like if we add Steelworker to this run, or Armor Shark even, we'll just take off. Oh, Fledgling Imp's pretty sick here. I know Ritual Battle, but Fledgling Imp, all 3 of these cards are really good actually. I think I like Fledgling Imp the most because we can turn him into a blocker. He becomes a frontliner and a damage dealer. Both of these things are very good. Fortify is strong if we go incant, but I don't think I'm going incant. I already have 2 rituals. Instead of adding another one at 3, I'd rather upgrade this and then duplicate it. Let's go Fledgling Imp. I don't love any of these. Malice Mage is okay. Like, if there were ever a run for it, this would be the run, too. We have Torch and Frozen Lance, so this could be Malice Mage's time to shine, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. If this run were a little more directionless, I would go Malice Mage here, because one day I want to do the Self-Infused Malice Mage all-in on spell strategy, because I think it's strong if you have good spells. But we have a pretty well-defined strategy right now. Rage on Brawler Prince, find a way to keep him alive, win. And Malice Mage doesn't fit into that strategy. Crypt Builder is okay, but I don't have a discard option. And yeah, I don't really like Flash Freeze anymore. Like, I don't think Crypt Builder is good. I would pick Crypt Builder if we didn't have Ice Tornado, basically, but Ice Tornado and Crypt Builder fill similar roles. Oh, we're Eogorgon. It's really strange to pick Eogorgon here. I actually don't really want it. I know that it's really good. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm confident if I pick Eogorgon here and just turn the run, we win with it. I'm certain, 100%, absolutely confident. But so there's a few reasons why not to do this, I feel. The main one is just that we have a well-defined strategy that I think wins. So making a pivot here is kind of awkward into Eogorgon. Like just doing a full 180 on the run. Eogorgon doesn't synergize super well with anything we have right now, but I don't know, he is fun. Also, like, he is a fun unit. This is like, it's tough, you know? I think that this one's tough to call on Eogorgon pickup here. I don't want to do it. I also don't want Cold Kalia or Brandon, so I'm just gonna press skip there. Give me Armor Shark here. Multi-strike and can armor 2. Wow, there is just the absolute perfect Siren of the Sea right here, huh? Multi-strike and can armor 2. Siren of the Sea. I mean, she's fine as a frontliner, right? I think if we put Incant Armor 2 Multi-Strike on this Siren of the Sea, she fills out the role perfectly fine. Hot Shark is really good, though. I'd rather take this. So, I'm making... They've shown me a really, really strong set of Stygian upgrades right now. I could take Eel Gorgon, I could take this, but what I want to do on this run is I want to play Brawler Prince. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Like, this is a situation where there's been multiple winning lines shown to me, and I'm gonna follow the one that I picked up on earliest because it's one that I don't get offered as often. Like, yesterday's run was oh hey, we have big sirens and Hot Shark. Let's just take Hot Shark for now. Is my thinking. I had multi-strike in can armor too, and even in yesterday's run, I was like, yeah, we'll take Hot Shark here over the better unit because this is the exact situation we had in yesterday's run, but reversed. In yesterday's run, I had the Stygian banner with Hot Shark, Siren of the Sea, and there was Endless plus 25 in the shop, and I took Shark. And I was like, yeah, Shark's better because he has perfect upgrades here. And this is the reverse situation where there's perfect upgrades for Siren of the Sea, but I still take Shark because the run's doing something different. Interesting. I will take a quick look at the map because we have 2 temples, 3 temples. Okay. This is not a map with no temples, which is good. I'll probably go... I'm thinking about the merit of going Incant Armor 2 on the Hot Shark and then making 2 of them, one to frontline, one to backline. Or one to frontline and one to kill backline, I should say. I don't think it's good because I commit a lot to that. I will roll. Plus 25 is fine. I guess Shark kind of conflicts with Fledgling Imp also because it's 2 targets that want Endless, but I think the way that we're going about this is fine. Spell Chain. I would have liked this a lot if it was Value Stone. I will just leave. Just taking a moment to think about this one. Spell Chain is a really strange one in my mind because when I think about things you can do with Spell Chain, this is a free trial with Hot Shark. You think about the things you can do with Spell Chain though, and the thing that I always end up thinking about is the way that Spell Chain is just double stack. I don't know if you've considered it, but it is just double stack. 24, 25. I am confident. Like, in my mind, I was rolling through Spell Chain, Ritual of Battle with Value Stone, right? And the outcome is the same. The outcome of that play is... I'll not play Train Steward here on the top floor because I want to not Ember Drain because I should draw Ritual next turn. Never mind. But the outcome, and I'm gonna miss Ritual here, hopefully I don't miss both, or I can drop Fire Chomper and it's okay. But the outcome is 20 Rage for 3 energy in either outcome, or in either choice. It's actually a little worse, come to think of it, because... Yeah, you have to put a Value Stone for Spell Chain, right? Because Spell Chain, no, it's 3 and then 4, which is 7 total energy. Or double stack. Yeah, it's just worse than double stack, isn't it? In this case, anyway. There's cases where it's better. Or at least even, but I think it's a little worse here. Huh. So spell chaining higher cost cards costs you a lot more value, is what I'm thinking. You might be like, yeah, of course, but I haven't really thought about it too much. I don't need Vent, I don't need Molting Imp. Fortify is fine. This deck has a lot of expensive cards, and that's going to push me to take Fortify here, I think. Crystallis is nice. Yeah. I think that there's not really a world where I ever skip Crystallis. Oh, hey. Second Hot Shark's pretty slick, because we can just do the self-infuse for free. That's nice. Does kind of change how I think about this run. It's interesting. Because the only thing that I feel as though we're missing right now is... I'd like to see Armor Shark. I need something to keep Prince alive, and then we're chilling. Armor Shark, Armor Totem would be fine. Steelworker is okay. I prefer an Incant Source, though. Where's our second duplicate? It's after Fell. And then third one's on Seraph? Okay. Generally speaking, you see 3 duplicates on a run. Sometimes I've seen runs with 4, but usually there's 1 in the first 3, 1 in the second 3, and then there's always 1 on Seraph. So, when you think about it, one of the ways we can go here is we can infuse Shark onto Shark, and then duplicate that in our worst of times. And, like, it's fine, I guess. It's not great, but it's fine. Wait, is it great? If I have 2 hot sharks, 1 on floor 1, 1 on floor 2, does that just kill everything? How much is that? And a wave hits them 5 times, and then the second wave, the second time it goes through, it hits 3 times. It's 8 times 6. It's 48 frostbite. It's 30, and then it's 47. It's like 77 damage to a whole floor. A floor with 5 enemies on the Divinity, that is. I don't think it's great. It's just like, the question here is, do I go for the Steel Shop and I look for Endless, or do I go for the Hellhorned banner? I think that it's not so dire that I need to go Hellhorned banner, so I'm gonna go left. I feel like we're okay if we don't hit. Spell Chain Intrinsic, not great. Right, but here's the idea. I could go Incant Armor 2. I can turn anything into a frontliner with these upgrades. It feels really bad to pass on 2 Incant Armor 2s here. Feels really bad, but this isn't great, so I have to end up doing something like this. Put Incant Armor 2 onto another Shark, but then I'm losing the infusion idea. The decisions that we're making right now are completely invalidated by hitting a unit in the next 2 banners that frontlines. This is a lot of thinking when in a lot of cases we see Armor Shark or Steelworker and we're okay. I'm going to not. I'm gonna go through with the infuse line and put Endless strat, and we'll just hit. Because if we don't hit, we can work it out from there. I think that I don't need to be hedging my bets this much. I could go plus 25, though, onto Fledgling Imp. Sure, that's fine. Get him in Can Armor 2. Is Fledgling Imp my front line? I could make a backup plan of Fledgling Imp. Can you put like an armor totem infused on him? That's really weird, but I don't actually think it's that bad. Sure, let's do it, because we can afford it, and it feels better than wasting it. This is just a contingency plan. Dude, there's so much multi-strike on this run, what the hell? No Endless though? Come on. Alright. Contingency plan, I think you meant to say contingency plan. Anyway. You wanna give me ×5? Nah, okay. Organ can give me spreading spores? That seems bad. You go Umbra of these 3, because Umbra has 2 good spells. Let me take a look. It's been a while since I've actually looked at these when given the opportunity, so let's just take a quick little look, shall we? We go rares. Channel Song. Oh, you can get Adaptive Mutation. Too bad. There is an intrinsic in this temple. I could play intrinsic permafrost channel. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Oh, but it isn't bad. No, it's bad, right? It's really bad. I could channel song the prince though. We could reach a point where this run guarantees that. No, I could never do that because of imps. But I could then channel song my fledgling imp in with intrinsic. Is Channel Song awful in this case, or is it great? Dude, I don't know. I think it's awful. Because it makes me remove Pyre Chomper. There's been a lot of consideration happening on this run. It's what I've picked up on. Just one quick last check here. Okay. It's what I've picked up on in the last Divinity. I feel like I do all of my thinking pre-Talos and plan out the run, and then post-Talos you just kind of go through the motions. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of required thinking here. Talos is going to be a little difficult because it's pushback. If my Shark were endless, this would be free. I think Talos going bottom here means that she has to go top one time only. I'm pretty sure she has to go top once only. I use Pyre Chomper to chump the hit and we're chilling. What? Train Steward and then Fledgling in the middle? Pyre Chomper dies? Yeah, okay. It's like this. And I'll kill this enemy. As long as I play my rage, we should be fine. Obviously, Ritual of Battle, it's like one value stone and I would feel a lot better about this run. I don't feel bad about this run, I just feel like we're one value stone away from this run feeling excellent. Thankfully, the duplicates are spaced out pretty well for us, at least. And then she has to go bottom 4 next turn, I feel. Although sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes I see her do things that I don't understand. So maybe she goes top here and I go, hey, what the heck? Okay, this time she did not do something I don't understand. Get in there, tank Fledgling Imp. I guess I will preserve Train Steward? Yeah, sure. It gets better. Not a huge difference though. And that's +4. Another, if you play Frozen Lands Torch, you're in the exact same position as if you play Crystallis there. You have a Fledgling at 26 HP. I think it's the same position anyway. I hope that this tank imp plan doesn't end up having to be the main strategy, because that would be unfortunate. It would also be pretty funny though, to be fair. I want to focus on killing this enemy, but I'm going to end up playing Ritual next turn almost certainly, so killing this enemy is actually not super important, because I just drop a Ritual next turn and hope we're chilling. I think we're chilling, right? Yeah, we're chilling. It was exact, but now it's a lot better. The 35 pack shards here didn't scare me because Self-Infused Hot Shark is really strong, especially early. Ella is sick. These are all pretty good. Like, each of these spells, Impalate's the worst of the 3, of course, but Ally's really good, and in the long term, Reinforce ends up being great. But I'm gonna go with Ally just because it's like, it's better short term. You can see Reinforce later. Okay. Wow, this is everything I would want. Steelworker, Armor Shark. I like Armor Shark more than Steelworker, I believe. Because Steelworker's better in the sweep because he puts armor on the prince, but we can find a better answer, and as long as I'm casting 2 spells per turn, Armor Shark is going to give more value. I guess it's like... Steelworker is actually worth 15 armor when you think about it, but it's spread across the whole floor. Yeah, I'll just take Armor Shark. And I think that this is going to be a mid-floor setup, most likely. We'll end up taking... I think the bait here is draw. I don't think I need draw on this run. I think on this run I want energy, space, play mid, play Hot Shark bottom. Although I might end up having to play top. It's like, top 4 is not scary if we get... There's a lot of things we can get for top 4 to be not scary. The thing about draw, though, is it's really safe. Let me look at my event paths here. So I don't have to go Magic Shop. I can go right and go Removal, Pyre, Health, Hellvent, which is good. Because there's nothing I need at the Stygian banner now. Steel Shop, I need to go to a Magic Shop at some point. I do feel like I'm kind of incentivized. It depends a lot on what's in this temple. We're one value stone away from this run just going off the wall. Very strong. I think I go energy here, and then we evaluate space or draw at the next one. So left path is safer, in terms of value, but but I don't need to, right? If there were a duplicate on this ring, I would go left here and just guarantee 2 -1s on Ritual of Battle, but I can go right here and I can just fish. If we hit the value stone, this run goes insane. It's like a 33% chance that this run gets out of control going right versus going left, where we get marginally stronger and then we get a lot stronger here. I think it's also like Unstable Vortex is nice as well. It's good to take 2 removals here, I think. Show me Value Stone. Ah, too bad. Could take Extreme Stone Ice Tornado. It's okay. I'll hold off though. We'll remove 2 Train Stewards. The duplicate isn't too unfortunate of a loss here. This is the other thing that contributes to me going right here. Alloy of the Ancients is still good to duplicate. Like, this card's still fine. But if I had seen the Value Stone Ritual of Battle, we just go insane. I think if there weren't a good backup plan for the duplicate, I would be less interested in coming here. I also feel like we're gonna be pretty aggro on our Pact Shard takes. Oh. Yeah, I will just plan this one out a little bit. So we'll go right here. Where's our last duplicate? It's with a Steel Shop. Maybe I go left then. How quickly do I need Endless on the Shark? I can work this out as time goes on. We can kind of piece this one together as we go, I feel. Remember back in pre-DLC days? I will skip this. Yeah, if I land late rituals, I could take a lot from Light Harnessers here. Although I'm 110. Actually, I feel pretty safe. I'm full health. How bad could it be? But you remember back in the day, pre-DLC, where we would be winning a run at this point? This is where you'd go, yep, and think, well, not at this point, but in the next 6 minutes. We'd be at Seraph or so right now. The Shark here does very little. His damage output doesn't matter a lot, so I will put him here to catch Collector. And I can't quite get this middleman, right? I think I've learned this once before. Does regen goes before Frostbite ticks? That's strange, isn't it? Okay. I thought he was gaining like 30 armor from me playing that spell, and I was momentarily a little concerned. This is where if we draw late, we're in trouble. We're not in too much trouble here. We're in a bit of trouble. Because I'm a little bit incentivized to play Ice Tornado here. 26 times 3 kills the front man, though. The middleman will not hit me, actually, because of the Frostbite. Because I played Shark mid, he dies exactly. So we're actually chilling. And there's not a single thing to be concerned about here. He'll die exactly before he gets his swing off. Look at that. Even here, this Shark is nutty. I think I put the Fledgling Imp. I don't think it matters a ton. It actually doesn't make a huge difference. I think he's a little better in front, but I don't think it matters. This deck could use a few zero-cost spells. Like, the first Fortify that I didn't take, it was fine, but it would be nice if I had it now. It's just a really expensive deck, so I end up missing a lot of... I don't get as many incants as I would like here. A big pickup here, by the way. What am I after? What do I want here? I want Armor Totem, Guardian Stone. There's not a whole lot of runs where I go, yo, Guardian Stone would be nuts here, but if I infuse Guardian Stone on this Armor Shark, I feel like this run ends up landing very well. Yeah, we're getting... I feel relatively confident. The main reason I want to take this one through, though, and I went the way I did with this, is because I really want to see if you can, starting with Ritual of Battle, just make Hornbreaker Prince carry your run if you have Brawler. Because I think you can. I'm pretty confident in it. Although it is Chase Seraph, so it'll be a little more frightening. We just got to be really confident in our Rage generation, I guess. I think that Capricious Reflections at this point in the game is good. I think it's exceptional, or not exceptional, but it's especially good at this point because we're past units. Zero cost Impolite's kind of tempting. If only this card weren't 30 damage. If this were 45 or 60. I mean, 1 energy deal 30, or 0 energy deal 30 is really strong, but is it worth... Actually, it's a free spell. Yeah, you know what? That card's good. It's a free spell that does 30 to the front enemy. Oh, baby, quick cuddle hex. Ooh. Gonna fucking slap some idiots. Absolutely body them. Anyway, I'm gonna pick Frenzied Swarm now. That shouldn't surprise anyone. Right, so now I need to think. I feel pretty okay about not having my Endless right now. So I think we path a little bit better if we go left here, right here, and then we just see Endless. But if I don't see Endless on this run, I think it gets a little bit scary. I'm definitely going Duplicate here, which means if I don't go to the Steel Shop, I only go to 1. I can up my chances a lot by going right here. I also have the very small chance of seeing the increased space event if I go right. But removals are also pretty high value, and we get a little bit safer. I'm gonna go Steel Shop. We waste a node, but it's okay. I think it's good to be safe here and just look for Endless, which we hit. We can also look for Incan Armor 2 for Armor Shark. I think I give him plus 25 Incan Armor 2. Prince handles everything for the heavies and Relentless, and Frostbite Man, aka Hot Shark, handles the rest. Yeah, okay, I feel pretty good about this. Nice. So this is like an absurd number of Incan Armor 2. I'm not going to complain. I will pop this Relic as well. Icicle Fracture is really bad. Synthesis Scales does nothing, though. I guess it does something sometimes. Icicle Fracture, I don't think it helps us. I think it hurts us because it hampers our draws. I guess it would let me take space, but, you know. That train has sailed. Heaven's Gold with Vapor Funnel. Don't mind if I do. So from here, the only thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 -1s on a Ritual at this magic shop, and then we'll look for Value Stone here, Duplicate. Pretty easy to take 25. Either way, we're gonna have like 4 1-cost Ritual of Battles, and that's gonna be our win condition with Sharks. Spell Shield 2 makes no difference. Self-Made Harpy scares me not. Right now, what we lose to on this run is we lose to Overconfidence. I can lose this run to playing too aggressive, not hitting Ritual of Battle, and dying, basically. Do it like this. Dodge the Ember Drain. God, I love the change to Ember Draining top floor. It's so nice. It feels like it adds so much actual skill expression to the game, making little optimizations like that. Where you go, yeah, now I get to play 1 more spell. A lot of times it's gonna make no difference, but I get to play 1 extra spell there, and sometimes that's gonna matter. And it might not matter on this run ever, but sometimes in the future that will matter. And that feels really good. I don't know if I've really talked too much about how I feel about the DLC. I'm sure you have a pretty good understanding, though. I think the DLC is great. Frenzied Swarm a little awkward with Ice Tornado. I'd rather... I guess I should Frenzied Swarm. These guys all have Spell Shield anyway. No big surprise there, I'm sure, that I think the DLC is great. But it really is. I think they did a really good job on it. Yeah, okay. Skills. Yeah, as well. So the way that there's a few ways I lose this run, actually. The other one, these are ways that once I point them out, you'll go, oh yeah. But, like, obviously, right? But I have lost runs to just kind of, wow, we're so strong, and then dropping it on the Divinity. Playing top floor without a plan to keep Prince alive is losing. And two Ally of the Ancients is not a plan to keep Prince alive, also worth mentioning, because people die in Relentless, for sure. So if we don't have a better plan than that, we play mid-floor. It's just a little awkward if we draw Shark second, but it shouldn't be the end of times. I should put that top floor. Guess I could just not take space also, and then we get to use, or we go without Fudgling Imp, but, I mean, look at him. Look at him. He's holding it down here. Also, there's like 2 relics that we see in just free win. If we see Railhammer ever, this run ends instantly. We super win. Hey, reinforce with a -1 on it. Sure, that's pretty good. Holdover Permafrost, or Holdover Preserve is pretty bad. Siren Song is decent. It's also 0 energy, and it's 4 dazed plus bonus damage. That's really strong. I'm adding a lot of the cards to this deck, but all of the cards I'm adding are very good. Yeah. If I had gone left here, we could go right here and try to high roll at the trinket shop, but I think we're better off holding on to our money. Ah. Tell me why you're not a demon. I think neither of these relics do anything for me. I have no discard, so Kinstone Totem does nothing, and I have no demon, so Gurg's Goad does nothing. That's a little disappointing. Gonna be pretty conservative with our spends here. Put a -1 on Ritual. Remove Consume is pretty good on Alloy, but I think I can go without. I want to be conservative with our money output here. If I had seen double stack, I would double stack Alloy of the Ancients. Is that correct? Is that how you would say that? If I had seen, if I had saw? If I were to be shown? Like, that one obviously is right, but like, what version of C do you use in that sentence? If I had been, if I had seen, I'd saw. I don't know, actually. I think it's better to just say if I had been shown, because that's a little easier to not mess up the grammar on, but I mean, maybe it's just maybe there's no way to say that sentence where it's correct. I actually have no idea. Anyway. Take 20, if I take this 10, I think I can take this money pretty confidently, because I'll just take 15, 10, 15. I'm giving up like a +10 piercing most likely, which is not a big loss for 100 gold. I think it's worth. And let's go. Currently, we have a plan kind of for Prince, but I feel like it's smarter to play mid-floor and just take space. I think we can live on 5 draw pretty comfortably. Although my number of my number of rage cards is a little bit worrying, I will admit. Play is worth being concerned about, I suppose. I think for Chase Seraph, it's where we want to be worried. We're not scaling super well on Prince right now. Hopefully that changes, though. Like, to change that, I might end up wanting to take Draw. Draw is better for scaling Prince, but Space is better for keeping Prince alive. So we have to figure out which question is more scary to us here. And when we come to that conclusion, we will, you know, make our change. Yeah, I guess Frenzied Swarm's not going to do a lot because of Ice Tornado being a little better to hold. Kind of strange, though. It's just Ice Tornado is really hard to play. Maybe I'm baiting myself by holding these Ice Tornadoes forever. I don't think it matters too much. It's 3 energy, so I have trouble finding turns where I go, oh yeah, definitely better for me to play Ice Tornado here than whatever else I have in hand. I don't really care about these enemies gaining extra armor, come to think of it. I don't think it matters at all. Okay, I play Ice Tornado. I just had to run that one through and double check my energy. Play it like that with Reinforce on the Shark. Make sure I don't accidentally mess that turn up. Yeah, this run isn't as straightforward as you may hope for it to be. In the future it will be, I hope. But we're gonna be subject to a little bit of damage coming through because our rage scaling isn't super good right now. Just gotta focus on it a little bit more. Like we're gonna piece it together in the next few rooms. I hope. I don't think it matters too much because our unit does have like 240 armor or something like that, right? Can't see this guy said some words. Yeah, 240. Iron Song super kills him, what the hell? Doesn't even come close to living that. This is a run where it would be really nice to have... what's it called? Collection of Tails. I feel like we're losing a lot of rage on Prince that we can't afford to lose because our rage generation is bad. Collection of Tails amounts to like 20 rage most likely. Something like that. Like 2 ritual battle plays. Dark Deal would be nice here too. I would take that. Plus 10 Ice Empire is pretty good. Double stack Spike of the Stygian is not bad, and a free Harness the Titan. I need to be picking cards that help me not die, basically. And if I'm so, here's the deal. I'm thinking about it a little more, right? Because all we have to really worry about right now, I think I take draw and I play mid floor and I just say goodbye to Fledgling Imp is what I'm kind of feeling here. And I just go, thank you for what you have done, but goodbye. Because it's like the best of both worlds. I just have to give up Fledgling Imp, which is survivability. I'm giving up a little survivability, but I feel like I'm gaining a lot of survivability as well. So I'm going to press skip here because of that, because Ice Empire, when I'm planning to play mid floor, seems bad. I'm going to take draw. I do, like, Siren Song is the card that actually loses a lot here, but it's okay. We go right, we find Value Stone here. 0 Value Stones. It is not unexpected. Go another Ritual. I guess I should check this event first, just in case there's a spell upgrade I'm not thinking of. Nothing too exciting here. I guess you could put melee weakness on the Armor Shark, and then, I don't know, the first Prince hit does a lot more, but is that really worth? Like, it's fine, but I want to play for the greater good, because I'm a little worried about survivability, and this card does something about that. It's also cool and exciting and new. But just reading the for the greater good card text real quick. 3 Divinities, 4 Elemental Titans, and 2 Judges. The 9 Divine. Interesting. There's a lot of lore on for the greater good, and just that first sentence, I feel like there's a lot there that I could go into, but that's not the purpose of this one. That's not what you're here for. Give me Brawler 3 here. And we'll go Temple. So I need to take 15. And then I can take 25 at the next. So we'll just go like Extreme Stone Impalate or something like that. Probably Ice Tornado, 50 damage to 3 enemies is good. Yeah. This is the deck that would have just crushed with... Imagine if each of these temples had a Value Stone instead of an Extreme Stone. We would be cruising. Our energy problems would be non-existent. Alas. I'm glad that I picked energy first. It's one of those, you know, good job me sort of things. It's a choice that matters a lot. Heaven Seal I will not be taking here today. Very afraid. And we get to make use of the Imp until the Divinity. I don't have to pivot to mid floor right now. I am fine to just go top floor here. Nothing against it. Anyway. I could have maybe gotten away with it playing the Trial here, but it's frightening. Very frightening to take Trial here, I feel. God, this deck has so many cards. It's 32. Ugh. Tough. I think we'll be okay. I mean, we have this crazy strong Pyre, too, with Heaven's Gold, 620 gold, and Vapor Funnel. Like, our Pyre is so strong. There's a lot of good things happening on this run. There's just a little bit of a cause for concern as well. I am not afraid. Like, obviously I could have played Ice Tornado on this man, but I'm really not afraid. I'm pretty sure he's dead even because our Pyre does 97. So I didn't actually double check the math to be sure of that, but I'm fairly certain he's under 97. Yeah, he is. Like, that's the thing. Our Pyre can handle most of the enemies, especially with an assist from Hot Shark here. Our Pyre takes care of most of this. So I just need to scale my Prince to handle the bosses and we're chilling. Pretty wild. Let's see what the For the Greater Good gives us. That's the Clip Shaman. This guy seems kind of garbage. I mean, he's fine, but on this run with all of this armor. So if you haven't seen it, this is the only one that I've seen so far. I've seen the Clipped Shaman. You get a 0-20 with damage shield 1, who... Hey, why didn't he get swung on? Was that just an armor man? I guess it was just an armor man. Anyway, you get the 0-20 and on death he heals your 4 to full. I'm excited to see what else comes out of it though. I don't know which boss this is. I think it's living armor. Yeah. I still have to put the shark down here to catch these shade wings though, so I'm not worried about it. And if you didn't notice also, he gets hit here, right? Yeah, okay. For the Greater Good is no longer consume by default. So I get to play it again here. Extinguish enemy units, gain melee weakness 1? Yo, that's kind of sick. What the hell? Okay. These are kind of cool. I feel like you can have a really fun run with holdover for the Greater Good now. I mean, you could have a pretty fun one before with it, but even still. I guess the melee weakness 1 isn't so good for this run because Shark's in the way, but still. Too bad I couldn't take the trial. Oh, baby, multi-strike Pyre Chomper. Oh, look out, world. I will not be taking Permafrost and Flame or Tiresome Climb. We gotta start being a little more choosy. Oh, Guardian Stone. Well, I will be choosy about choosing Guardian Stone here. Yeah, absolutely. It's really good. I don't care about Shark going to 0 attack, and now he just gives armor to Prince. It's really strong. Yeah, I will go right. We'll duplicate Ritual again. I might spend a little money on removals. Ah, there's Value Stone. Too bad that it's just a little too late. Yeah, I mean, the Shark just being a big armor totem is fine with me. I might drop 15 on that bad boy. And we're full up on upgrades. I will keep the trinket shop. Oh, hey, we win. Cool. That's, yeah. We just win. Railhammer, we play top 4 confidently, we win this run. Because our Pyre, I buy nothing else. Our Pyre will survive any bad enemies going through. And yeah, I just picked up, when I play a spell, Armor Shark gains 18 armor and the whole floor gains 5. Like, this clan combo... I think this clan combo is really broken because of the existence of Railhammer. It's crazy how strong it is. I take nothing else. I just keep my Pyre health... Or I keep my Pyre attack high by not spending anything else here. Because I feel like the way that we lose this now is like a 240 walks up 3 or 4 times and we drop off of that. But we avoid that by keeping our Pyre health high enough that that doesn't happen, right? It's like if I don't draw rituals in this combat, it can be scary. But, you know, it's scary anyway. Like, I'm not going to bother with ritual. What the fuck? He has an animation for giving armor to the floor? Wait a minute, did you see that? That looked really weird. Oh, wow. If only I could put Siren Song away for next turn. It's okay, I'll just drop him mid-floor. Oh, he just has a little animation now that plays? Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's sick. I didn't know that happened. That's a great touch. Like, I lose to this enemy going up 3 or 4 times, right? So I took precautions to try and stop that from being the case. And he doesn't even go up. I probably actually should have just played armor there, because yeah, there's actually no reason for me to not play armor there. I'm gonna take Ember Drain for it too. Because the position now, I gain, what do you do? 25 times 3? Quick? Holy shit. What the fuck? One of these is a 75 damage quick? That's kind of nuts. I do basically lose my next turn, but like, we're gonna generate so much armor that we can win Relentless almost in any circumstance, so, you know, as long as I have my fire health high enough here, which it is, like I'll take 1 from this, I believe, or 10 I should say, for a full wave walking up, because this combat's really bad because he's cutting my rage like crazy. It's our biggest issue. But it won't even matter all that much. Pyre Wings being infused is a little scary. This unit's gonna live, dude. I'm never gonna let her die. She's going all the way. He should be cutting my rage top floor again, yeah. It's okay. Like, a few 10s doesn't worry me all that much. Missing these 2 rituals worries me a little bit. Like, that Ember Drain might be a big issue now. But yeah, we just had a bunch of enemies walk up at like 150 and they did 10 total, so, you know, it's looking pretty good. Tell me I have more rage. I have 1 rage card coming up. Ugh. I'm a little bit concerned off of this. Maybe for the greater good gives me something cool. Okay. Maybe I don't have enough armor to win this for free, actually. It's possible that I lose here now, because I just missed all of my rage. I think my best option is to not play my hot strike here. I think I need to drop the reinforce. But yeah, I think I'm actually gonna die here. That's pretty crazy. I was very confident, and then I had a worst case draw happen. Worst case draw happen here. I don't do any freaking damage. Seraph absolutely got me. It's the draw, the loss here was when I drew both rituals on a turn with 1 energy. It's like, it's crazy that we lose this too. If I just had a little bit of a different order on the draw, it would have been fine. But there's probably a winning line in here, so I'll go through it real quick. There's definitely a way to win this combat. This is sometimes you rob the game and sometimes the game robs you. We definitely got robbed here. It's just bad order also on the draw, and that's a byproduct of having a 33 card deck here, for sure. I didn't see a lot of removals in the pathing. I valued my shops too much, right? Just doing a little think through here. I only saw removals once, but they just didn't line up super well for me, because I prioritized Hellvents a lot. It's funny too, because like I feel like I tend to lose runs where I'm really confident I'm not going to lose. So I should ritual here instead. But I was really confident I wasn't going to lose this off of Railhammer. I suppose I should have said unless we have a really bad draw, because we did have a really bad set of draws here, where we just couldn't play Rage because of this. There's like, I think there's 1 turn I can optimize a little bit to make this better though. But yeah, this is just Seraph kind of punishing us. We'll take a look though. It's worth a look. I'm pretty sure there's a way through here. And I think it's this turn? No, it's not this turn. Right, I will play for the greater good, I guess. Although, like, knowing what it is means maybe it's a little bit wrong. to play this unit because I'm gonna take extra damage, but I'm never like in a world where I don't know what this gives. I'm always gonna play it, so I'll just play it. The unit's kind of crazy strong though. But this is where we enter the oh frig, like I can't play any spells sort of world. So I think the line through here, we put Shark on bottom floor. I think I might have played a mid floor last time. And we also don't Frenzied Swarm. I feel like that's the big decision you gotta make here. You gotta let the Quill Marksman die and take 25 on the Shark, I feel. Because if she doesn't die, she just ends up as an Ember Drain source, right? We lose a bunch of energy. Oh, also we get to put Fledgling Imp back down. I don't know if that's good or not. Because again, the same situation ends up as an Ember Drain source, but I think it's worth because he's yeah, because this guy is in Can Armor 6 also. Missing the Fledgling Imp hurt me a bit too. Can I? No. Okay. Play this one first. Yeah, I feel like giving the game a little more. Really what happened here is I was too busy thinking about the cool unit I got for the greater good, and I didn't worry too much about the fact that I was dying. I guess I just lose this turn though. I don't think that's a big deal. How much rage do we have on Prince? Yeah, we have enough rage to win this now for sure. Feel significantly more confident in this one now. Because he's doing like man, Collection of Tales would be so good on this run too. This is a run for Collection of Tales to win. Because we lose so much rage because our combat rounds are so long. Our Relentless rounds are, I should say. Huh. Look at this, it's still a lose, but I think that we get there if I just play like 2 spells and then reinforce. I don't get there. What the hell? Because he runs out of rage. The combat round is just too long. Even with with all this armor, I still don't take it. That's crazy. I think I might have him. He might die to Pyre though, so I'll go ahead and let it go through. Either way, this is a run that is really strong, but just doesn't have the damage source that it needs, right? Collection of Tales and we win it though. Like actually just Collection of Tales wins this. Or if I had taken the melee weakness on the Shark, I think it would have been better. I would have had to put the armor totem onto Fledgling Imp though. Yeah, that rage is falling off quite a bit. I mean, we lose it all, so this run's pretty good as an example of when is Collection of Tales good. Here you go. On this run, Collection of Tales would have been worth like 40 rage in this combat. We'll survive this, I'm pretty sure. I think he hits me twice. And I'll take it. But it is tough. In hindsight, before I go into the Divinity here, I wanna think this run through a little bit more. So with Chase Seraph being the enemy that he is, what do you want to change here? Because melee weakness would change a lot. I think that the first and obvious choice is instead of for the greater good, which, you know, I don't feel bad about picking it because I just picked it to kind of see what the units are, and I would do this run the same way every time because I want to see the units in for the greater good and get a feel for when they're good and bad. You know, it's part of the learning curve as well. In hindsight here, on this run in particular, because our damage output is a big problem, I would pick. Although, yeah, you can order it in a way where it's okay. I would pick melee weakness on the Shark, and then I would put the armor totem on the Fledgling Imp. I'm pretty sure. Just a little reorganizing now that we can think about it in hindsight. On top of that, clearly problem is 33 cards, and so I could have bought a few removals, which would have paid off. I think buying like 3 removals would be worth. That's what, like 270. We'd be down a little bit of damage, but we'd have a little more consistency in the deck. And I just want to see where I should have gone to a Vortex, right? I valued Endless pretty highly, so I went to this Steel Shop. And I valued the Hellvents. Yeah, it's just like it didn't line up right. I feel like this is a run that looks really strong, but it has a lot of little issues in it. Like the Hellvents don't quite line up with the removals like you would want. And I think Hellvents are super important for actually getting enough rage generation on this run too. So it's interesting. Because this run's very powerful, and I think from this position we should crush, but I had to spend a lot more time building the entire run around not dying to Seraph the Chaste. Yeah, I will play top floor here. And we'll throw the plus 25 at Hornbreaker Prince here. Maybe I don't win this though. Like, it's possible that my rage generation just isn't good enough. I only have 4 rage cards over the course of the deck, and one of them is 3 cost. I think that though, now that there's no Ember Drain, I can build around it pretty comfortably as well. But I can't let anything go to the Pyre, so, you know. We gotta keep our eyes peeled. I cannot play bottom floor here. I cannot allow this unit to live. If this man goes up and hits for 60, I feel like we fall behind a lot. We're just gonna move to mid floor here. And that's okay. Yeah, I feel like you can tell a run is weak on removals when you still have Train Steward in your deck on the Divinity. And it's not because you're removing Foregone Power or something similar to that. It's just because I never went to enough removals for it. I see how this one works out, okay. Worth slapping down some spells. I think it is worth to play Frenzied Swarm here. Interesting thing here for Relentless, Reinforce might want to go on to Prince instead of Shark, because in Relentless the Shark does nothing. The Shark's just a wall for this round. I could have played mid here. Do I die? I think I don't die. Do I die? He'll hit me once, I feel. I think I'm okay. I should have played Fire Chomper. Yeah, he hits me once, but that's the last enemy that can go to Pyre. I guess I just don't have the damage actually to scale this one. I focused on it even. I looked at it and I went, yeah, I'm gonna need more damage scaling, and I still didn't hit enough. It's a very interesting one, I feel. Yeah, I die here though. This is the run, it's like... It's really strong, but it's not quite there, right? This deck needs to be... I need to have 7 less cards in this deck. So... Like, I had to go... So I guess what I had to do on this run, then, is... You go left, right? Instead of going right, you go left here. The second Hellvent, this was a bait. Okay. Yeah. So what you do instead here is you go left, and you go... Because instead of Hellvent, you just turn the Ritual Battle that costs 3 into a 1 cost, and that's a lot better. And then you get to take out, like, 2 torches or something like that, right? And then... I think I needed to drop like 150. So basically this deck should be 29 instead of 33. Well, realistically it should be 28, and then you can cut a little fat here and there. Like Frenzied Swarm didn't do much. You can cut Impalade out. I didn't need as many incants, although it's easier to say that in hindsight when I had... Or rather, it's easier to say that in hindsight after hitting Railhammer, right? It's an interesting one. Also... Of course, you can take the winning line of Eel Gorgon or just play Sirens, and then both of those are pretty strong as well. But yeah, it's like it's a good run to look at because I was really confident in this run, and then I realized that my Prince wasn't doing enough damage. My Prince was not hitting 600 quick enough, and like following this line, there's many good choices you can make to make this one better. I think that. Like, I need to play more with For the Greater Good so I can get a better feel. I could just look it up, I suppose, and see what all the units do, but I feel like I do better when I get to actually look at the units. But I'm putting a lot of blame onto For the Greater Good. It's only 1 card, right? But it slows you down quite a bit. You saw how big it was in Chase Seraph as a detriment. Give me Deep Link here. There we go. Gotta remember what I'm doing. But yeah, generally I feel like the biggest mistake I made was going to the duplicate instead of to the removals and magic shop. It's a run that I had to I made good choices, but I didn't make good choices in the right places, right? And that's the important part. I didn't address the biggest issue, which was I have a total of like 40 rage over the course of a combat. If we're lucky, maybe 60, right? And that's assuming that I don't draw my rage cards on bad turns. So yeah, cool. Uh, if you want to play this seed and you want to do really well, just pick Eel Gorgon or Sirens. But I think that there's a lot of good lines. This is a really good seed, I feel. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.